Hey family, Dad here. Hope you're having a great day. On this video, I just wanted to talk about, is it worth it to still get a master's degree in my late 40s? So I got this question asked recently. Now for me, the answer is no. I'm 49 years old. Next 10 to 12 years, I see myself, kind of looking at retirement fairly quickly. And I'm trying to minimize my expenses and maximize my savings and investments. And for me, I feel like getting a master's degree at this point would be an expense that I don't think would be worth the ROI. I've worked in sales my whole life, ever since I graduated college, and I don't think at this point I would pivot and do something very specific that would require a master's degree. And as well, I'm getting a master's degree at this point in my life and doing sales, I don't think would help me increase my income, because at the end of the day, I think we're just doing that. We're getting education to increase our income. Now, if you're thinking about getting a master's degree to specialize in something very specific, that's something you would have to balance depending on the stage of life you're at. For me, at 49 years old, I don't think it makes sense for me to pivot and try to specialize in something very specific at this point in my career. I'm at the stage in my life where, my kids are slowly becoming more independent, so I won't have to kind of, have the financial burden of, covering their costs within the next, couple of years. So it's just to try and get a master's degree, covering those costs to get a graduate degree at this point in my life just doesn't make sense. And I don't see myself pivoting into something very specific. And I know people who've gotten their master's degrees and are in sales, but I don't think it makes a significant increase in income. Meaning, I don't think they make more than me. Now, if they go into leadership levels, that's probably something different. But if they're just an individual contributor, I don't think it would make a significant difference for me to get my master's degree at this point. And those people that I know that have master's degree, they've had their master's degree, since their late 20s, early 30s. For me in my 40s, late 40s, 49 years old, I don't think it'd be worth it. And those people who did get their master's degrees in their 20s and 30s, a couple of them have told me that they were planning on taking a different path outside the sales to see if they can make some more income. So that's one of the reasons why they did get their master's degree, but they eventually didn't. And they stuck in it and they just ended up doing sales for the rest of their working career. And some of them I know are still paying back loans as well from their master's degree that they got. And again, for me, that's just not something that I want to incur at this point in my life. Now, if you're in your 20s or even early 30s, and if you've done the research and you feel like a master's degree or graduate degree is going to be worth the ROI long term, where you can make a significant increase in income, then by all means go for it. But again, if you're getting a master's degree, don't get the most expensive master's degree program. Make it a good ROI. Minimize the costs on getting a master's degree. It's not worth it if you're going to rack up, like $100,000 worth of expenses, student loans to get a master's degree. It's just not worth the ROI long term. Now, I know a few people that have gone on and gotten their graduate degrees, spent a lot of money on student loans to get that degree. To this day, some of them are in their 50s and they're still paying off student loans. It's just not worth it if you're going to spend an absorbent amount of money and taking out student loans to get a graduate degree. So tell me your thoughts. Is it worth it? Is it worth it in your 20s and 30s? Is it worth it at 49 years old to get a graduate degree? Comment, like, subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. And I'll see you all at the next video.